I mean,
hey, it's Comic Burrito.
Burrito.
A live stream.
Burrito.
I'm Todd.
I'm Nick.
No Cole.
No Cole. Just Todd and Nick.
Cole's taking some R&R, so we're doing some B and C.
He's on a railroad?
C and B.
C
Yeah,
and
he's on a
B.
railroad. Yeah.
Wow, cool. You think it's like a coal engine? Coal?
It's a coal engine. It's
I'm
good.
very tired. So
a good one. It's good coal pun. I like it. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? What's up, Steve?
You don't have to pretend like you like it.
What's up, Steve the Hainer? What's up, Nick Con? Sup?
Hi, Nick.
What's up, Comic Burrito?
Here come all the no Cole. I guess I'm not gonna watch tonight.
I guess you don't want to win anything. That's fine. If you
everybody get it out of your system. Let's go.
I'll win the giveaway then. That's fine.
Yeah.
What's up, Ignacio?
I really want it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
There might be a hint as to what it is attached to the background. And even if you got the Scout box and got it, there's still something there for you. Trust me. There isn't I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm not in my normal location. I'm downstairs. After the live stream, I gutted my office, so now I'm rearranging my office. So I have yet to move back up there, and I can't find my physical copy of it because everything's... Well, okay. You tell him that then. That's not on us. So normally I'd hold up my Lunar Ladies from a Scout box, but I can't find it because everything's everywhere. There we go. Look at that. It's our preview copy. But it's dope. So if you've got it, there'll be something for you in the giveaway. And if you don't have it, oh my God, you're in for a treat. So stick around and we'll be giving those away. It's a set of variants. I know it's at least 2 different variants. So... Because there is 2 variants on the store. There might be 3, but I don't know what the third one is.
It could be an A cover.
It could be an A cover because there's 2 variants. There's 2 variants on the Scout store.
Am I echoing to you?
No.
I have an echo.
Uh-oh. We can try to solve it if it doesn't go away. What's up, Andrew?
Hi, Andrew. It's still a little bit. Oh, now it's gone. There we go. Whatever.
I know.
Fancy glow-in-the-dark Scout comic. I seen a fancy glow-in-the-dark Scout comic was doing.
I've got it. I saw a fancy glow-in-the-dark comic Scout was doing.
They do lots of them, don't they? They did Electric Black.
Was that glow in the dark?
Phantom Star. I thought they had a glow in the dark.
I thought it was just neon green. I didn't know it was glow in the dark.
Oh, you're right. I just wanted it to be.
Yeah, I think
Phantom Star Killer was coming out with one.
Yes, that's true. That one's coming out in September, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one. I read Knuckle Duster.
I definitely need a fifth. I definitely need a 5th version of Phantom Star Killer.
Do you?
Yeah,
I still want the real big one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. I have that in the metal one, so it's really hard to decide which of those 2 I like more because the metal's really cool, but also there's not too many comics I have that are literally bigger than like a trash bag.
Right. Yeah, I want it, and just because I don't have any other like that, it's cool.
That's one of my favorite pastimes, Steve. I'm jealous.
Steve, I have them all bagged and boarded, but I can't find my my tape. So I got to go to like Lowe's tomorrow and get some more tape because I can't tape my flaps.
You use painter's tape?
Yeah.
I started doing that.
Yeah. And nice. My kids probably stole it and used it all on something.
Yeah.
Or even more likely, I put it somewhere and forgot. But
that doesn't sound like
it's easier to blame them.
Yeah. Definitely blame the children.
It's probably like in one of my short boxes or something. and I'll come across it someday. But yeah, I like the blue Scotch painter's tape. It has enough stickiness to hold it down, but if it happens to get on like a book or something, it doesn't like permanently bond, and you have to like ruin the book to get it off. I used to use Scotch tape, and that happened a few times. And plus, Scotch tape gets really brittle when it gets old, and you try to open it, and the tape just rips. So I feel like the blue painter's tape holds up better.
Yeah, no, I agree because it's reusable. Like you can just keep using where it is. The Scotch tape, I would like cut it down the middle all the time when I'm trying to let it go and all that.
Do you go longy ways or horizontal?
Oh, I do hot dog.
You do hot dog. So you're going that way across.
Yeah, I'm going.
That's what Cole does. I go the other way.
You go vertical?
Yeah.
I go parallel with the lines.
Yeah, I go perpendicular.
It feels like it holds more of it down.
Even though it does, but I like just the little like snap. I like to stick my finger in and just like.
But I just go like this. I like that.
Ooh. Maybe I'll try it. Do you use the wider, or do you still use just the like?
I use the normal. I'm not in my office. I looked for where my tape is in my office. I am not there. Yeah, I use just the normal painter tape width. Okay. This is a stimulating conversation.
It is.
Oh, hey, you go vertical. Nice.
Hey, Steve.
Andrew, blue tape. I've been using since I converted to it. I had You go vertical with Scotch. Don't tape. the little zigzag lines? They don't like where you cut the tape off. It doesn't split on you constantly because it's already like the edge is already cut. You live in a dangerous life, Steve. I respect it, but I don't know.
Just be careful.
That scares me. I'm scared for him. You know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. I've been using green and yellow frog tape because that's what I had in the house since I converted. I need to just grab some blue tape because that stuff's too expensive to be using for comic book
Weren't
tape.
You using
I was using those little stickers until at a certain point they become like permanent. So when I've went back and opened them, no resin. It rips to get off. There is no like. There's no like. It's not sticky anymore. It becomes permanent, and I have to like rip the sticker off. So I'm not using those anymore.
No, don't do that. I still prefer the bags that have the adhesive just on the back of the bag. Are my favorites, but our shop doesn't use those. I've thought about like asking, like, hey, if I were to, pay a little extra, could I get better bags? But they probably don't want to deal with it, and I would probably just end up with, Nick, your books aren't ready yet because you wanted the special bags.
Yeah, that's what you get, bro.
So I haven't even attempted to ask. But
this is also for those being like, you're really talking about this stuff a lot. We are waiting on technical difficulties. Omar is restarting his stuff right now. So as soon as he comes on, we'll pop up. But until then, you get to hear.
If it seems like we're stalling, it's because we are.
Mm-hmm. It's because you've picked up on this very astutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're really clued in on what we're doing. I mean, even when people start talking about stalling and then saying why they're stalling and then just going on and on about how they're stalling.
It's a good, if you ever need to stall and you're running out of ways to stall, you can talk about stalling.
Yeah.
And that'll get by you at least another 2 or 3 minutes.
At least.
Easy.
That's how, you basically just filibuster yourself and you're all set.
Right.
That's all you got to do. Oh, yeah, we could talk about the visit with Poser. Poser stayed with me.
Yeah.
For a couple days over the week, and we went. So Tuesday we played D&D in person, which was amazing, and then Wednesday, all the comic book boys. If you didn't watch This Week in Comics, that was from last week. Check it out because it's really cool. Because we're all in the same room talking about This Week in Comics, and
That was a lot of fun.
It was super fun. And then we ended up I got to hang out with him a little bit extra the next day after our comic book crusading, to go drop him off at the ferry. And we ended up hitting up 2 comic shops along the way. One was in a mall, and I don't trust mall comic book shops.
I've been to that one before, like before I was into comics at all.
It's
happened to
awesome.
be there.
It's like 45 minutes away, and I love it. It's great. I was shocked.
Yeah.
There is it's a mall store, so it's huge. So there's 3 sections. There's a sports section, and then which is a store size in a mall, and then there's a doorway in the middle. There's ways to get into each of them, and then the middle section is comics, trades, keys up the wazoo. Like there were so many slabs and keys, and it was nuts. I haven't seen anything like that in a very long time to that scale. And then they had a bins for trades, which was man, that's how I'll stall a little bit.
And you had said, because Poser might know more about this than some of us, but I thought you had said that he said that the keys and those were very fairly priced as well.
Yeah, because that's obviously more of a Poser auction thing than me. I'm not Mr. Key price guy.
Sure.
But he said they were either well priced or just like they were either a good deal or
fair or better. Yeah.
So they had my thing that I never see. It's fucking a bin, but for discounted trades. So they had a $6 trade section, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So I got a Brian K. Vaughan book that I've never read, The Escapists.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It's from Dark Horse. I opened it up because on the outside it said Vaughn, and I'm like, wait a second, Vaughn?
Yeah.
No, it says only Vaughn. It doesn't say like Brian K. Vaughan on it. And then I open it up and I'm like, oh shit, that says Brian K. Vaughan. So I grabbed it. I got 4 Green Lantern trades that I didn't have. Nice. A couple of the animated series ones. And then a couple other random ones. I got Outcast, Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The Robert Kirkman thing. I haven't read it. A Neil Gaiman book, hardcover.
Who?
Yeah, it's some new guy. I don't know. And then because I've been thinking about getting them collected, I got Sex Criminals in the bins. They had 1, 2, 4, and 5. So
almost there.
Oh,
my Echo was bad.
And then I spent a little bit more because they had another like discounted but not $6 section, and I don't have hardcover Lock and Keys. So I grabbed 1 and 2 that they had of Lock and Key.
Nice.
And I got all of that for less than $100. So it was a good time. And then his ferry got canceled, so we got drinks and tacos.
Mm-hmm. I had tacos today from a taco stand, and they were amazing. And then I was like, hey, we're running a big event in a couple of weeks. Would you like to serve lunch at it? And they were like, yes. So I get to have it again on the 11th.
Nice. That's awesome.
Do we want to try to...
Well, I'll answer this later because I don't even know what books are coming out next week. But
yeah, I bet pull up
I bet you it's something. But in the meantime, we're done stalling. Or I mean, not stalling, giving you quality content.
Yes.
Well, because now that we're done with our quality content, we will talk with Omar.
Hey, Omar.
What's up, guys?
Thanks for, this is much better now.
There we go.
No problem. I don't think anybody noticed. We it's all good. All good.
No way.
You guys were providing high quality content in the meantime. I appreciate
That's
it.
right.
That's what we do. We're made of it.
Yeah.
It just comes naturally to us.
Yes, if you could believe it. Yeah, it's all raw natural talent.
Didn't plan it at all. I know it's pretty shocking. How's it going? You have one of my favorite books out right now.
Thank you, man.
It's amazing. I love it. You want to tell for those who didn't listen during this week, the week that it came out, and it was either my top book of the week or my second. It was right at the top. I can't remember because it was a struggle. I remember debating, and it was right up there because it's awesome. You want to tell people what it's about? Give them like a summary.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys, man. Just to be near the top of your stack is an honor. So yeah, the Lunar Ladies. I actually have actual physical copies here. Here's cover B by my buddy Matt Harding. This is the full color version. There's a black and white version available on the Scout store. I've got like a gang of them here in my house, man. So if you guys want to do giveaways, I'm happy to give away one of each. Cover A, B, C. I'll sign all three of them, and then I'll mail them out. Just get me the addresses and the names, and I'm happy to do that.
We'll do that.
This is
We can do that because Scout was gonna do like a set of them to give away. But if you want to do signed ones and everything, I think that's amazing.
That's even better, and then more people can get the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you guys want, man. A set, one at a time. I can do 3 different ABC, sign them and mail them out.
Let's do that. Let's get more people the book because
more eyes on
people need to get this book. So let's do a few.
Cool. All right. So
Nick,
what the heck is the Lunar Ladies?
Yeah. While we get the explanation.
It's an old-fashioned retro sci-fi, right? So it's ray guns and laser rays, right? Exactly what it sounds like Buck Rogers, a little bit of the Rocketeer type of flair, right? It's very much born of like the 1940s. The main character is Moon Girl. She's a public domain character. She's been around since like the 1940s with EC Comics. She was resurrected in the 2000s with Red 5 Comics. They did like a more adult spy thriller version of Moon Girl. She's in the pages of Marvel now with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. And when I brought the book to Scout, they said, "Hey, let's just change the title from Moon Girl because there's a lot of Moon Girl already out there, and let's come up with a new title." So I came up with Lunar Ladies, but the story is the same, right? It's I wanted it to feel like if somebody found an old-fashioned sci-fi pulp book in their grandma's attic. That's exactly what I wanted people to stumble into this not knowing what the heck it was, right? Like, oh, look at that cover, and then you go inside and it's like, whoa, there's thought bubbles, and the pages are yellow and faded, and there's like staining, and they look like they're 100 years old, and
it's gorgeous.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
thank you. I think I achieved the goal, right? Immediately, anybody who comes to page 2 and 3, the very first spread, right, which kind of shows the lunar society of the women living underground, immediately people seem to get it. Like, oh, this is a throwback book. It's meant to look like it's 80 years old.
That's what I showed to
ray
show
guns
it
and
off
laser
that
rays.
Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, it's great.
The cover's almost deceiving in a way. Like you look at it, and it's a nice cover, but then as soon as I opened it, it was like, oh,
yeah. I love old pulpy.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Great choice.
A lot of people tell me that they think this gorgeous cover by Renee DeLiz, who did Legend of Wonder Woman at DC, and then her husband Ray Dillon colored it. A lot of people tell me, oh, it looks like an anime or like a manga type book. And then I opened it and I was totally surprised to find that it's like this pulpy, old-fashioned Golden Age style book. So it is very Golden Age, but one thing I didn't do was pack every page with like 9 or 10 or 12 panels like back in the Golden Age where it's so dense and there's like a ton of like diction and I wanted to simplify it, make it clean, fast read, 4 or 5 panels per page, and so that it would move like a modern comic, but yet still feel very old. So that was kind of the marriage of the two things. But basic premise is you got a society of women that live underground under the surface of the moon, hollow moon theory, like 1 million years ago, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And and then there comes a mad scientist who wants to introduce men into the society of this perfect techno utopia, and then boom, we have a conflict between the queen of the moon who wants to keep it all women and this mad scientist who wants to introduce men. And I'll just kind of leave it there. You got a lot of pew pew and a lot of fun just with old-fashioned type storytelling. I've got some visual sight gags in there like the old Golden Age comic comics do. I don't take it very seriously. So many books these days are like, they're so heavy, man. They're so serious. It's like, oh my God, like you get done reading this book and it's like, just like the world is weighing on you. I wanted something fun and light that goes completely in the opposite direction of what's selling out there today. And, I think I accomplished that. So you guys tell me.
Yeah,
I
no,
absolutely do. I think
it's
and it's great to have I call them like buffer books. I have a few right now that when I get my stack, it's like I take those out and I kind of strategically put them in between. It's like, all right, after Department of Truth, I'm going to need Lunar Ladies or whatever. I'm going to need some firepower after this before I can get into this. And it's great to have, something different or variety.
Yeah, I can be like a palate cleanser, if you will.
Palate cleanser, yeah.
Yep. Exactly. That's what I call it. It's my palate cleanser. Or like if I'm like if I'm like, ooh, that was heavy, I take 5 minutes, be like, go on Twitter or whatever kids do these days, and then come back and then make sure I have that on top to be excited to come back instead of being like, okay, here we go again. I'm just going to get real depressed now. Let's just really have this existential crisis really seep in and make sure it sticks. It's like, no, this is perfect for like, so light, so airy. And exactly what you said is what happens is because when I first looked at it, I'm like, this is very pulpy and everything. I was worried about the pacing because I'm like, I love how this looks, but if this reads like those old books, this is maybe not going to be the most fun read in the world because like those take time. They're so dense for not being much. Like there's dense books now, but I think they know how to use density a little better. The Golden Age is just packed with a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, oh boy. But yeah, just 4 or 5 panels per page, quick read, and it was awesome. And it gave you, since you didn't have to rush through the book, it lets you also look at that gorgeous art too, which is the best. Like you have time to really take in everything. Oh man, I loved it. It is amazing. It was. I can't wait to like go back through it. I'm really excited for number 2.
Thank you, man.
When does number 2 come out?
Oh, great question, my friend Nick. It comes out on my birthday. It's like Wednesday, October 13th, and it's pre-order number AUG 211997. So if you have number 1 and you want number 2, get into your shop. AUG 211997. That's the diamond order code for number 2.
I just threw it in the chat.
The cover art is very much like a little golden book. If you remember those with the little gold spine with the little.
I still buy them for my daughter like every other week at the shop.
Yeah. So a neighbor of mine, Molly Satterthwaite, did the artwork for it, and she's a very Disney style artist. You can follow her on Instagram and Twitter. Sat Molly, fantastic Disney style artist. I told her I want a little golden books feel, and she nailed it, man. So the cover is Moon Girl, the main character, her little friend, the cave boy from prehistoric times on Earth.
Of course.
And there's like a giant sloth behind them, and then it's got the gold spine with the little icons on it. It looks just like a Disney golden book.
Great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Man, I love that. I love not taking it too seriously while also being serious about it, because it's not like it's just like slapdash, like whatever, but it's like I have this cool idea. It's different. So I'm just going to run with it and like commit to it. I love that. It's still well done.
I was balancing a lot of things, right? Like I was like, okay, I want it to look old, but I want it to be fast paced. I want it to be thin and light, but yet have enough, I guess, emotional and intellectual density, just enough to make people think.
Yeah.
Okay, cloning. What does it mean to be human? What would it be like if society had no men? Who's right? Who's wrong? A little bit of gender politics, but not too much, So, and then I want something my kids
to have a reason. You have to have a reason to have number 2.
Yeah, right. Right. And the first book I ever did, Crusader, was like very rated R, very heavy, like we were just talking about, like, it was like really, really heavy stuff. But I wanted something my kids could read, right? I wanted something a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old or a 20-year-old or an 80-year-old, right? An octogenarian who grew up with Golden Age books. Everybody everybody in between can enjoy. There's a little something for everybody. And here's a little tip, guys. If you're a fan of the show Ancient Aliens on History Channel, I have loaded this book and this series with Easter eggs from that show. There's a lot of like things they talk about in that show that aliens have been visiting Earth for millions of years, and the book has lots of those Easter eggs in it. So whether you're a History Channel nerd, a 10-year-old kid who's picking up a comic for the first time, or you love Golden Age books and you're a grandma, everybody's welcome. Come on down and get some Lunar Ladies. Issue number 2 drops October 13th, 2021.
Amazing. That's cool. So, and it just came out. So it's every 2-3 months that
so this is the way,
or is it just because that's how Scout's rotating things on a less
it's just 2
monthly, because they have like 20 titles going, but they have them spaced out.
Well, it's just the break between 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. So
then it's monthly.
Yes, I thought it was July, September, November, and then my editor said no, it's going to be July, October, November, and I was like, okay. And he said, well, that gives the shops more time to gauge interest. If enough people bought number 1, exactly.
Which is awesome. So, that's why another reason to invest in Scout at your shop, because they're really good to your shop, because they don't, like, if something doesn't hit, even though I can't remember the last Scout book I was like about, but if it happens to the shop, they're not like stuck with like 50 issues of number 1. It lets, and then it gives Scout an idea of how many issues.
Number 2, they get enough. They get the right amount.
Exactly.
You're not fighting people for issue 2 because they only have 8 copies because they didn't know 30 people wanted it.
Yep.
And all that. And I talked about it on Twitter a lot today, or not today, but this week. If you haven't had a Scout book, they use some of the best paper and inks anywhere. I was just going through a stack of books, and it was like DC and Marvel, and the pages are all like wavy from all the ink and stuff. And then you pick up a Scout book, and they're just like magazine quality paper. It's so nice.
On that note, so Scout's printer, Comic Impressions, I believe they're maybe out of Florida. They're going to be doing an exclusive print for me. It's going to be a 5x7 print done by a fantastic kind of avant-garde collage artist. She goes by the handle CometCon _. So if you go on her site or on my page, you'll see I advertised this week. It's a 5x7 print of the Lunar Ladies, sun on the moon. So they've got their helmets on and they're laying down on the surface of the moon like 1940 style, like pinup girls. Cool. And there's an old-fashioned rocket ship there, and so it's going to be included in their subscription box for October. So anybody who's subscribing to the Scout box, issue 2 is going to have an exclusive print. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Issue 2 is going to have a special print free of charge that I'm paying for. I'm paying the freight on that guy. It's going to be included in the box for the drop of issue number 2 in October. And then also, if people just want to straight up buy it, maybe as a big poster size, they can buy it from cometcon.com. So it's comet-con.com. She's got a bunch of stuff. She's a great digital collage artist, and Lunar Ladies is one of the things she did. So if you're interested in that or subscribe to the Scout box, you're in for a little treat, man. It's a little. I love to give back, man. With issue 1, I gave Scout like a bunch of pins and buttons and enamel pins, and then they dropped as many as they could into the boxes. Not everybody got one.
I got one of those.
Okay, good. I'm so glad to hear that.
Because I didn't know what it was at the time, because I was like, what's this pin for? It's really cool, but I don't understand what it's for. And then like after some Googling, because I just am not up on the news, I just get what I get. And then I was like, oh dang. And then it was nice because I'm like, well, I get the Scout box, it'll show up and I get to have the pin and that. Yeah, that was really cool. I always love those surprises because it's like neat.
I wish they would have timed it a little better, right? Like number 1 should have come with the pin or the button. But
that would have been nice. That's why I was like, it's weird because it didn't come. Maybe if it had a paper, I was like, it's like for number 1 or something, but it's still cool. I'm glad I have it now even more because I was like, I like the comic even better.
Thank you, man. So yeah, I'm gonna try to time it for number 2, where the print actually comes with issue number 2 in October.
Neat.
But yeah, it's a nice little print, and hopefully people enjoy this little palette cleanser. It's a fun little just diversion that's light and fluffy, doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's a quick read, and that's the way I like reading comics. To me, there's nothing worse than opening up a spread and it's loaded with dialogue and captions. It's just like exhausting, man.
I'm overwhelmed immediately.
Right.
Here we go.
Right. Yeah. Like, let me see. Let me find a spread in here. Yeah. Okay. So this
first one is like everything.
This has like one sound effect, one caption, and one balloon. Right.
It's such a good spread.
That's it.
And then you get to sit and enjoy it for a second because you're like, I'm just going to take this in now.
Part of my MO as a storyteller, because I was trained in TV news, and I had a producer once tell me, he said, "Look, dude, as the reporter, don't try to go in there and overwhelm the audience with your narration, your stand-up, your talking, your talking head, your voiceover. Let the pictures and sound tell the story for you. Let the interviews tell the story for you. Let the natural sound and the ambient noise tell the story. You're just interjecting every once in a while." And that stuck with me. So when I started doing comics, I was like, all right, the art's going to carry 80% of it. Maybe 20% of it is me telling you something, but the rest of it is meant to be more visual and easy to digest.
Which, I mean, it makes sense because, like, it's your writing that's directing the art, so that's already kind of part of your writing. Just people you don't usually look at it that way, but, like, your writing is the direction for the art. So that is, even though it's 80% of it, it is part of the story. Like, it's baked into it. And correct. I love it when you get to enjoy it.
Correct. Well, thank you, Todd. Appreciate it.
What should we, should we do the A, B, or C cover first? Maybe the A cover, and we'll go through the alphabet. Cool. Yeah. So for the A cover, anybody who puts a comment, A cover, yay. I'll put you on the wheel for the drawing.
A cover, yay.
Yep. Yes, Nick. For the people who are commenting, not burrito hosts.
I wasn't going to do it this time.
I'm going to wait for the B cover.
Yeah. Have you ever done that in a giveaway where you're like, if they're doing a bunch of giveaways and you don't enter the first one because you want like a later prize? Like, I don't want to win now because then I won't be able to win later. You think it increases your chances for some reason?
Yep, and then you don't win any of them.
Yeah, and then you don't win any of them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm going to sweeten the deal here. If I get those prints from Comic Impressions next week, I will put a print in on top of the autographed copy in the mailer that I put out. Yeah, I'll see if I can find some other goodies too. I might have a few stickers still lying around from back in the day, so I'll load it with whatever I can find here.
You're killing Nick over here. Nick's like, but
I'm trying to log into my fake YouTube account right now.
Nicktron doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, I'll take care of you too, Nick. So don't even worry about that. Yeah.
Thankfully, Scout takes care of us too. With that's what I'm so glad about the Scout box, which was why I will always say it's one of the best deals in comics, because you just get the books and then there's no reason not to read them, and you'll read something that cover probably wouldn't have grabbed me at the shop because it just doesn't seem like it's my book. Like I'm stupid and depressing, and I usually will gravitate towards that, even though I know it's not good for me and I should do the lighter, more nice stuff. And oh my god, what a fucking treat it is when you grab this book and all right, here we go, and then I'm like, boom, fucking best. And that's why the Scout box is great, because it gives you this stuff. And
I think the opposite is also true though. Like sometimes you'll get sucked into a book because it has an amazing cover, and then you get 2-3 pages into it and you're bored to death, and it's like you're slogging just to finish it. God, I hate that. That's the worst feeling.
It's so sad when that happens, because it's like, this seems so cool. Oh no, it's terrible.
Or when the cover is a lie and it shows you characters or things that happened, and then you read the book and then it's like, Kyle Rayner wasn't even in this one.
Yeah, what the heck?
But he's it's like a portrait of Kyle Rayner as the cover, and then you read the whole book. and
Yeah,
he's not
that's
in
how
it.
you make me buy a book, and then I'm really upset about it.
Yeah. Todd just rips the cover off and throws the book away.
Yep, and then I stick the cover on the wall. But yeah, that's man. So and then for anybody who doesn't get the who isn't fortunate enough to get this burrito, we don't have to say all caps anymore. Just burrito in the Scout web store will get you 10% off any of the A cover, the digital, or any of those cool variants that are on there too.
That is the best coupon code in the history of mankind, man. If there's two things I love, it's comics and burritos. So you guys have my heart.
Oh, speaking of, we said Scout enough times and Scout Box enough times that David Burns showed up. Hey, David. Make sure to put A cover yay, David, in the comments to win autographed Lunar Ladies. I'm sure that it's a rare commodity for you.
And maybe stickers. We don't know. There might be other stuff in there.
Things that Scout can't just grab off the shelf. So I'm gonna give it another minute, and then we're gonna spin this wheel for A. So if you didn't catch it, A cover yay. Or if you didn't do what it's fine. A cover, whatever, was fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's another book on the shelf. I mean, I'm sure there is somewhere. There's some, but I can't think of anything, at least in my pull list or on my radar, that has the same pulpy type art. Adventure Man, which was phenomenal, was very much like that. I think it's coming back soon, and it's been on a long hiatus, and I loved that feel. And then Fearsome Dr. Fang from TKO was another one that came out maybe a year or two ago. That was just a trade that they released. That's kind of similar. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
And I would say that I wish more people would do it, but right now I'm just appreciating these little nuggets of
it's more special when it's not all over the place.
Right.
I don't want it to be trendy. It's cool when it's every once in a while, because there is a reason why we have modern comics the way they are and letting artists do what they can. Like, I don't want Philadelphia all of a sudden a pulp style. Like,
no,
it would be interesting. Don't get me wrong. I want a one shot of it. I want Jason Sean Alexander doing some pulp art. I think that'd be super interesting. But I love how varied comics can be, and this is really cool that there is so much, and then this is still unique, and that's really cool, because it's hard to be unique nowadays.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. It's like, if the market is all zigging, I'm gonna zag, and just for the fun of it, let's see what happens. Let's see if there's any interest in this. So a little inside baseball for David Byrne. The way we achieved that golden age pulpy look, where the pages look yellowed and faded and stained, the artist Paula Goulart, she's out of Brazil, she hand placed every stain, every imperfection, every brown spot. This is not a filter where she's just applying filters to her finished work. She is literally going in and deciding where to put every little speck, every little imperfection to make the thing look old. I mean, she did it with love and care, and I think it shows, right? I think subconsciously people look at it and go, wow, man, look at the care that was taken to put this book together. The artist, Joel Kotahar, did a fantastic job. The letterer, James Reed. I mean, it all came together. They all knew what I was going for, and they absolutely nailed it.
Oh yeah, no, she killed it. I thought you were gonna say that she like made the page and then like spilled coffee on it, because this is what she did is maybe harder and even more impressive.
Yeah, that's what I did for D&D. I just stuck all of my papers that I would give players into coffee and be like, look how creative I am. It's old.
Todd just buries pages in his backyard and digs them up in the morning.
Yep.
That's funny.
Here you go. It's got my dog poop on it. Enjoy your map.
Oh, this smells.
Yeah, it's authentically old. I think I've got everybody on this wheel. Last time,
last chance to get in.
I forgot
for A cover, yay.
So I'm trying really hard to not forget anybody. But if you, I guess I'll give it a second. If anybody doesn't see their name on there that should have their name on there, also if David comes up, I'm going to just spin it again, but he did put it.
Is it gonna
I
spin?
I think my favorite panel is the one of the ray gun.
What?
So I think my favorite panel is the one with the ray gun.
That is really cool.
It's still, I can still see that. I want like the ray gun. I want like that toy.
I was really hoping the back of the book would let me cut out things to get items.
Oh, to order something
from the comic book, which would be cool, because I almost cut, because there is, I don't know if it's a spoiler, there's a cutout in the back, and I've been trying to remember to scan and actually do it, and like, because I just think it would be fun.
Just mail it to David and see if he get anything.
Yeah.
I've had this idea for a long time where I would take a bunch of old comics from like the 70s and 80s and actually just start mailing away for some of these things just to see what happens.
Yeah, you never know.
I expect a 0% success rate, but I want to see what kind of letters and correspondence come back. Like, dear Omar, you stupid idiot. This is no longer a bubble gum and sea urchins business. We're now a hair salon. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, I think that would be a fun and interesting documentary, just to start cutting things out and mailing them out, and just to see what comes back in terms of response, right? Not products, but response. I think that'd be fun to do.
That would be fun. That would be cool. And then get them all in like a book or something for all the response that you get.
Right.
That'd be cool.
And you never know, you might get X-ray glasses.
That would be hilarious if they sent some.
Yeah,
or then you can see through people's clothes and stuff.
A decoder ring, or
yes. All right. So what about the X-ray specs that are in? All right. I need Omar. Give me a number 1 through 5.
Let's go with Chris Webber's number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Ooh.
Hey, cover! Yay! Flash Ray.
Hey.
Flash Ray videos.
Congratulations, Andrew.
A cover signed for Flash Ray.
Congrats, Andrew. That might be the first time Andrew's won something on the stream. I don't want to say for sure, but has he?
No. Oh, he wins all the time.
Not since my dad came around.
Well, maybe I just feel that way because he just won a thing on Posers.
I don't know. But congrats. We still have B and C to go, so stick around. We'll start it if you want to get B. B cover Bay.
B cover Bay.
B cover Bay.
BAE Bay.
Yes, thank you. I was about to specify it's BAE.
Well, because I am from the Bay, right? I'm from the east side. I'm originally from Oakland, so it could have gone either way there, guys.
It could have. There we go. Either one's acceptable if you want to hit both of them. Yes. Then you're covered.
Yes.
B cover Bay Bay.
Yes, baby. Bay's kids. Remember that?
Oh, second time. See, I wasn't that crazy.
Yeah. Now, Omar, I'm seeing plenty of comic book stuff behind you. Are you an avid reader as well?
It's hard to read as much as I used to when you're making books. There's just so much behind the scenes stuff that you're taking care of as a creator, not just writing, but like contracts and deadlines and submissions and filling stuff out for Scout so that Diamond has all the information it needs to solicit. Like, I mean, you're like, it's like 10 campfires around you, right? One's smoldering, one's just getting started, one needs a little air, one's needs more kindling, one's out of control and needs water. So you're doing all this stuff. So not a lot of time to read as many comics as I would like, but I ingest large volumes of pop culture any way I can get them, right? So whether it's video games or Star Wars on Disney Plus, whatever I can fit into my schedule here and there. Yeah, dude, I consume all of it, whether it's, comics or gaming or movies or Star Wars. I'm down for all of it. You might see an old Nintendo NES from '85 over my shoulder.
Yeah, there it is.
Hell yeah. Nice. I love retro gaming.
So do I. So do I.
And you have it on the like tube TV too.
Oh yeah, the Carthage Ray Tube TV.
Is it like a 14-inch, like a real?
I think it might be an 18-incher.
18. You got to sit real close to it. Well, you got the wired the wired controllers anyways. So
Yep. I got this copy of Tecmo Bowl 2019. There's these guys that are still making cartridges of Tecmo Bowl with updated rosters, if you can imagine it. So it's 8-bit.
awesome.
Way.
So yeah, I'm playing the Raiders, and I've got Derek Carr and Amari Cooper, and like
Amazing.
it's crazy because it's 8-bit style, and it's still Tecmo Bowl with like you only have 8 plays, right? But
Yeah.
but it's updated rosters. It's just
Amazing.
mind blowing, and it's an
That's so
actual
great.
cartridge that you put in, you blow on it, and you
Yeah.
and you play it. And they update it every year. They're called TecmoBowlers.com, I think.
I wonder if I can get older years, because if I could get the one because I'm a Lions fan and I want to go back to Stafford Megatron years.
Yeah, you might be able to, man.
That'd be cool.
Look them up, Tecmo Bowlers.
It's the last Madden I enjoyed.
What books are you reading right
Bo
now?
Jackson, no.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That's constant. Doesn't matter what they update.
Well, I'm a Raiders fan, so you don't got to tell me. I'm reading Firepower.
Yeah.
I just got through.
I was
issue
gonna
12.
Oh, 12. Okay. I think they just did 14. I think was just last week. So
Yeah,
I love that.
That's like 8 minutes of your time to get caught up.
Well, because he said you like the fast reads, and that's a quick book.
That is a fast read. That's our big joke is when we were all hanging out earlier this week when one of our friends came, one of our other YouTube friends, Nick picked it up when I'm going to read this and then put it back. He's like, that was pretty good.
Like instantly, like, oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I feel like the past
fun.
past 3 or 4 issues have kind of slowed down a little bit, but it's
why I love the trade though, because I love to just crush it.
Yeah.
I love to reading it by the trade has been super fun because it's like 20-30 minutes and you're just crushed through the whole thing and it's so cool.
Yeah.
I know. I just want more people to buy the singles so that we can get to like issue 50 and get like a big omnibus. Because we're at 14, so it's pretty good. But I want to get just a real big, complete Firepower. Although, if you include the trade, we're at 20. So
the Prelude.
Yeah, the Prelude.
Oh yeah, issue 0 or whatever. Yeah.
That was a great issue.
It was awesome.
That was a hooker right there. That was just like, okay, I'm in. Good job.
I'm also reading another book right now called I think it's pronounced Maddie, M-A-D-I, Tales from the Future. It's by Z2. Oh, and it's interesting in that every few pages they change up the artist. And an artist you might have seen in the beginning of the book, you see him again in the middle and then maybe again in the end. It's one story thread, but you're constantly jarred because the art and the color style changing like every 3 to 5 pages. So it's a little tough visually, but I'm kind of into it. It's a sci-fi, post-apocalyptic kind of futuristic story, and I'm totally into that type of thing. And so that's the other book I'm reading too. Mady or Maddie, M-A-D-I, and I think the subtitle is Tales from the Future. It's by Z2 Comics.
Okay.
And it's got some home run hitter artists in it, including the lady who did Why the Last Man, Pia Guerra. I'm a huge fan of hers. Very clean lines, very simple art. I love it, and she's got some pages in there.
The trailer for Why the Last Man looks so good.
Oh yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I always try to not get high expectations, and I usually fail. And it's it's usually like. I'm so bad at not raising the bar before something happens, but it looks so good. The casting is so solid. It's everybody's like, yeah.
Why the Last Man could quite possibly challenge Watchmen as like my all-time favorite graphic novel / comic like ever. I love that series. It's amazing. I have these like leather-bound omnibuses of Why. Nice. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Speaking of high expectations and then getting let down a little bit, I just watched this thing on Netflix the other day called Gunpowder Milkshake. I thought, oh, this looks cool. It looks very kind of Quentin Tarantino-ish, very light and fluffy, mindless violence, but it was just okay.
I just watched Suicide Squad today.
Oh, did you?
And
Right?
It was really good.
Okay, yeah.
I zoomed into it. I talked about it on our Discord a little bit in the very beginning.
Okay.
I was just thrown off because I think it was just a little more violent. It was the first thing I imbibed in the morning, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this. This is a lot right now. But as soon as like they brought in the second team and started like just instead of it going right to like, ugh, this is a lot, to like telling the story and like showing off the cinematography and the pacing, I got into it. And then all of a sudden the violence wasn't as jarring once I was more invested in it. And I really liked it. I'm already excited to check it out again and like go through it and know what I'm getting into in the beginning so that I'm like, I think
it's one of the best outside of like Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. I think it's one of the best opening DC scenes out of anything else. It started off just so good, and there's a part you can't talk about it because it's a massive spoiler for the joke itself. But there's a part that I'm laughing my ass off alone in my room watching it on my iPad last night, and so good.
Oh man,
yeah,
I'm sold.
Again,
I'm sold. I might have to watch it tonight.
It's only like 2 hours. It's not. Okay. It's not like I think it's just over 2 hours.
I think it's just over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not one of those where it's like, all right, now let me start this movie at whatever, and then it's like 3 a.m. because
the casting is amazing with what they did. Like the people are either just perfect or fucking hilarious, and I really like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. It works for me. I think she gets a lot of hate, unjustified hate, because I think there's always people who just hate on things. Like one of those things.
It wouldn't matter who it is; they're upset.
It's I mean, especially all of the women superhero get the worst end of the internet stick when it comes to critics and stuff like that. And I think she's no exception, but I really like her as Harley. It's definitely a different take, and I like I like that you can see progression of her throughout the movies. They haven't just kept her from the same time we saw Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She's grown into a different, like, more closely to the comics that we're getting now Harley Quinn, which is just really cool. I really like that. It's not quite there because she's like fighting with Batman in the comics right now. It's not Harley Quinn Bat Family yet, but it's really neat to get to see some of this character progression, which I really enjoy. It's nice to see in comic book movies, which I think is what DC has really failed at in the past, is really connecting and giving us that MCU type long storytelling.
Where did you guys land on the new Masters of the Universe? Because my attitude is always this: would I rather have the option to watch a reboot or something new or not? More often than not, I'm like, give me the option, man. Give me the option. Rather than not giving it to me at all, give me the option. Let me decide. And, I watched it and I was like, hey, if they make 5 more of these, I'm going to watch 5 more. I've got expendable time. Like, I'm not, my childhood doesn't feel crushed because of it. Like, I
haven't watched it yet, so I need to, but it's one of those things that Masters of the Universe was never a big part of my childhood, so I don't know. I'm worried that I'll be like, oh, I really need to be a fan for it, but I'll still check it out at some point. Maybe I'll be more of a fan of it.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. But what you just said is why I'm good with Lord of the Rings being done as a TV show and all of that. I love the movies. My goodness, it's some of my favorite movies of all time. But if you want to give me another version of that and you think you could even attempt to do something different, please. Especially in a TV format where you can do like the books, really draw it out. Let's go. I want to watch that 1 hour hiking scene for a whole episode.
And I would argue that there's people that get upset, like, oh, this isn't, it's different than the comics and stuff. And it's like, well, would you really just want the graphic novel just straight in the movie where you know everything that's going to happen because you read the book? I mean, lots of people haven't, but as a fan of the mediums and stuff, like, is that what you would really want? Is the same story that you've already read, or let somebody else take a little spin on it and add their own creativity and their own spin. And I like it when they're different and stuff. So it's like, yeah, sure, it's not quite like the book, but that's okay because we got this out of it.
That's why I liked season 1 of The Walking Dead a lot. When a lot of people were complaining, I was like, this is cool. I'm excited for it to go differently.
Well, and Kirkman's doing the same thing with
but I really enjoyed that first season.
Yeah. Well, he's doing the same thing with Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very familiar story, but there's little changes here and there that keep it fresh and updated.
For this reason, I love the HBO Watchmen series, right?
Yep.
It was a whole new installment of something that has been like held up as the gold standard, and it took it to a different level, man. It was awesome. It was amazing. I learned things about, the Oklahoma City bombing, that I never knew before. I was like, wow, this is a real thing. Like, it forced me to go to the internet and go like, oh yeah, dang, they bombed a whole city of black people just because. Racism, and I felt bad that I didn't know about that it wasn't part of my education and history growing up as a kid.
It's not your fault, but
right, but God, they nailed it. Like, if they do more of that, I'll give me more. Give me more.
Yes.
I remember watching that and then going on Google and being like, holy shit. Like,
No, that's something that I had to learn from a random book that I wasn't assigned. I was reading up on American history, and that's where I first learned about that. And it was so far off the beaten path. That's not common knowledge, and that should be like, you should be able to just say that. There should be a phrase that everyone's like, yep, and they get it, because that's huge. That should be a major milestone in history.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't say, like, if it should be like a Oklahoma City bombing, it should be Unabomber. Should Columbine. There's these single things that really make you be like, oh, I know exactly what they're talking about, and it doesn't have that, and it's really sad.
It's totally sad.
So let's
cover Bay.
Speaking of real
segue,
sad,
we are good at stalling and segues.
Yep. Let's flip it around to something super dope, like the B cover of Lunar Ladies. So if you want a signed B cover, Lunar Ladies, look at that gorgeousness right there. Roll that beautiful comic footage. I'm going to give you a minute to put in B cover Bay in the comments, and you'll be entered to win.
Just like that.
Just thank you, David, for the example. Is that a 9.8?
9.8.
Can we get slapped?
That's not included. You'd have to. That'd be extra.
He's gonna slap it and put it on the Scout store.
Yes.
All right. Flash Ray, our last winner. Congratulations again. Let's see who the next one is. Give everybody a minute. Make sure if you put your name on there that your name's on there. Or if you put the comment on there that your name's on there. That's how I would say that if I was good at talking. I think I got everybody, but there is a good chance I didn't.
Scout, they do a great job, man. They've got the Scout Direct store. They've got the ladies of Scout with their YouTube channel. Like, I love working with these guys.
The ladies of Scout, if no one's watched that, super informative, gives you so much insight into like what's about to happen, and it's great. And they know their stuff. It's always like, it's not very long videos. They're not big commitments, but you'll always get a lot of good information out of it.
Yep.
All right. Girls of HQ rock. Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to call it. Nick,
spin it.
How many shuffles?
Oh, let's go 3.
1, 2, 3. Hey, Steve Hayner. Congratulations. Way to go, Steve. So we'll have to get your address from you because no one in the burritos has that. And yeah, woo. So we have like 2 more giveaways still. So congrats, Steve. Now, if you're wanting that signed dope ass C cover, make sure to put in C cover Cray and we'll sign you up.
Stephen Hayner, Fortress of Solitude.
That's gonna take a while for USPS.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a while, Steve.
Is that like sending letters to Santa?
Yeah, it might be.
They're like, oh, another one for Steve. I can't say most things with a straight face, David, to be perfectly fair. I don't poker face very well. Yeah, I don't know, it rhymed. It could also be CRAE. I don't think that means anything, but it could say that. Everyone's put a question mark.
Can someone double their chances if they put cray cray? Like
maybe. Couldn't hurt.
All right.
It won't take away their chance. Also, Flash Ray, you already won.
Omar, you said you read. Oh, I knocked my headset off. You said you wrote another book that was pretty dark and heavier.
Yep.
One question that we usually ask a lot of people is if there was like something from the big 2 that you could tackle. Is there anything that yeah, I have an idea for that, or I would love to put my spin on this, or you don't have to tell us what it is, obviously, but but what the title what you would want to do for something like that.
So I'm a massive Captain America fan, as you might tell with the shield back there. I think I all told I probably have like 5 or 6 shields like around my house.
Yeah. Do you have the one that like sticks in looks like it's stuck in the wall?
No, I don't have that one.
No?
I don't have that one. But I saw a guy on YouTube who invented one where he put like a rubber edge around it.
Yeah.
And it bounces. Like he's mastered the art of like Cap, where he can throw it at an angle at a corner and it'll bing 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 and it'll come back to him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't. It kind of wobbles a little bit, it doesn't look as awesome as in the movies, but still close enough, right? Like that's probably the next one. If he sells a version like that with that rubberized edge, that's the one I want next. But yeah, man, I love Cap, and I've had an idea floating around in my head for a Cap story that, you know what, I might just do it anyway as a fan fiction, honestly. Like I love the character so much. And I just think I have this unique idea that no one has thought of before that would totally bring a whole new angle, a whole new dimension to Cap. I think I would title it something like Patriot Act, which just doesn't really give away, a lot. But, Cap, he's such a multifaceted guy, right? Like he carries this awesome burden of literally being the embodiment of truth, liberty, and justice, right? But yet he struggles with when America sucks, like it has been kind of lately, with all the politics and the civil unrest, that he has to stand up and say something or do something. Like in the books, at times he gave up his uniform and said, "I'm going to become nomad," or I'm going to become, just Captain Rogers. I don't want the hoopla and the burden of the red, white, and blue anymore, because I don't believe what it stands for right now. And I'm trying to, embody that American dream. And and I've been known for doing fan fictions, right? Like last October, I'm so glad you asked this. Last October, I did a Mandalorian fan fiction, 12 pages.
I saw that.
Okay. Page 1 features the Empire flying to Tipoca City on Camino and destroying the cloning labs. What happened last night on the Bad Batch? Sorry if you haven't watched it, But spoilers, everything I drew in that first page absolutely came true. And I released this 10 months ago. 10 months ago. Yeah, thank you, Todd.
Yeah, you might. Disney's not doing so great in the lawsuit department right now. You might want to slide in there.
There you go.
Might get an easy settlement.
No, I mean, on the last page, I put, this is free. I'm not charging.
Yeah.
This is the property of Disney, Lucasfilm, and the creators, John Favreau and Dave Filoni. Like,
Please don't give me money for this. I don't want to get in trouble.
Right, exactly right. But dude, I was so gratified. I was like, everything I put on that first page, literally the first page of this fan fiction, which you can see at my website, theforcemedia.com. If you go up in the corner, there's like a button for it, Mandalorian PDF. It's 12 pages. It's about Mandalorian's first hunt, right? He's like a rookie bounty hunter, and we see what he does on his first hunt. It ties together the prequels, the original trilogy, and the sequel trilogy, all in 12 pages. I'm a Star Wars nerd, and I got a lot of great feedback from fellow Star Wars nerds who were like, dude, you nailed it. This feels like real Star Wars. Like, you know how like when Mando came out, it's like people were like, this is the first real Star Wars we've had since the 80s, because all the other ones have kind of sucked. The prequels, the sequels, some of the cartoons. And so to answer your question, Nick, I think I've got this, let's call it a 20 to 36 page novella-ish Captain America story that's been rolling around in my head for a long time, which would totally put the lore and the legend of Captain America on its ear, but yet still remain totally true to Steve Rogers and who he is. So yes, given the chance, I would jump all over that. No one's giving me that chance, so I might just make that chance for myself and do it as a fan fiction.
I haven't read a lot of. I read very little Captain America, but that I would check that out for sure.
For anybody who wants to check out that Mando story, I highly recommend it because it was really good. I got to it through your Twitter, which is in the description of the video, and it's in Omar's bio. So you can just click on that and go to it from there too, because I don't have the link to it in the description, but Omar's Twitter will get you there, and then you can give him a follow.
Thank you. I'll take it. Yeah. But yeah, theforcemedia.com, that's my website. It's got all my links to all my social media. It's got the Mando fan fiction. It's got some previews of some stuff I'm working on. You can order PDFs of Moon Girl, which was the original title of Lunar Ladies. You can order my first book, Crusader, Agent of the Vatican. That's the rated R one. That's got sex, drugs, rock and roll, blood, guts, and violence. Very heavy stuff.
Everything.
Yeah, right. And then it's got previews of the book I'm working on now, Major Tomas, which is
that looks really cool. Your little animated thing too is rad as fuck. Oh my god. I was like, this is super cool.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a story about a young Chicano boy who grows up, wants to be an astronaut, and he finally makes it into NASA, and he gets lost in space. And that is my absolute passion project. If I can only do one more book for the rest of my life before I die, that's the one I'm going to do, and I will be happy if I never do anything else after that. I've got Serge Acuna doing the artwork. I've got Raul Angulo doing the colors, and I've got Taylor Esposito doing the letters.
Esposito!
Dream team. Let me tell you.
We love our letterers here, and Esposito is top-notch.
What I love most about Taylor is his cranky attitude, man. I love the way he comes across on Twitter like, don't bother me, you mother effers.
Yep. Yeah, he's very skilled.
If there's one guy I'd love to have a burrito with in person, it would be Taylor. I think that would be a lot of fun.
That should be one of our questions. If you're
who would you eat a burrito with?
Hell yeah.
We're gonna steal that, just so you know.
How are people able to find the book when it
Major Tomas?
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes peeled on my Twitter at the Crusader, which is right there in my name description. Or I use a very similar handle on Instagram. It's _Crusader. That's where you'll get the first news about who's gonna publish it, when it's available. It's probably gonna be another 18 years. Burrito Lady and the Tramp style, like one person on either end, like finger cuffs.
Yes,
we might steal that idea as well.
Who do you want a Burrito Lady and the Tramp with?
Well, I was thinking we maybe do that.
Did you
for
say in 18 years?
18 months, probably.
Oh,
right?
okay. Okay.
So I've got the
years.
first.
Oh no.
No. I've got the first 6 pages colored letter done. Now I've got another 100 to go, right? And that takes time.
Uh-huh.
And then
So is it coming out as a graphic novel when it does then?
that's my preference. That's
Cool.
always my preference. Scout Comics was the first time I'd ever done single issues, ever. I much prefer to give people the whole burrito or the whole enchilada, if you will, all up front, right?
Whole burrito.
Yeah, like you were saying, you want to power through a Kirkman book, just boom, 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 and knock it out, right? That's the way I prefer to give people my stories. Is here's the whole arc, beginning, middle, end. You're done, right?
Yeah.
No more commitments. That was the whole thing. Scout comes to me and they're like, yeah, we want to do this as singles. Okay. They're like, now we need an A, B, and a C cover. And I'm like, holy shit. Like I've got like
more
covers
choices
available. Now you're telling me I need to produce like 6. I was like, so I'm scrambling, right? Matt Harding did a couple extra covers for me. And then I did black and white versions to kind of spread things out. But yeah, man, I do prefer to give people the full graphic novel. So, but listen, if a publisher says, "Hey, we want to do it as singles first, then a trade," I'll do that. But my preference, like if I end up kickstarting it,
just graphic.
I will do it just as a straight up graphic novel, 106 pages.
That's cool.
Boom.
I've been transitioning off of minis and going just to trades. In September, October, my transition will be complete, and I'll have ongoings, and then I will have trades, which is really weird. It's a whole new world for me, going that complete route. But I'm really excited because I've been so enjoying grabbing trades and reading it that way.
Right.
It's been so nice getting the whole story as it was intended.
Right.
Last chance, C cover Cray. If you want to get a signed Lunar Ladies C cover variant, make sure to put in C cover Cray. Right now, if you have your name in, you have a 1 in 4 shot. So if you haven't already won, put in C cover Cray.
Double your chances with Cray.
Ooh, maybe. So I'm going to put that up. Make sure if you already did and you're not seeing your name, please let me know. Otherwise, in a minute. Yeah. No, it would be awesome if you guys could only do graphic novels, but obviously that is not like the way. Well, I mean, with Scout's going to be like my only one that's the exception to, because my Scout box. So
I still want my Scout. Although the Scout box could be full of trades.
That's true. If you could do a Scout trade box.
I think we're gonna need a bigger box.
Yep. We're gonna need a bigger box.
Although they do the nonstop, or one, it's nonstop, right?
Yes, they do. Yeah, the nonstop where they put out the one and then
issue
the
1
comes out.
Yeah, that could be a cool format.
It wouldn't be 33. Oh, I know.
You just moved the decimal one.
I would do it. They're like, yeah, we send out one of these a month. It's to Todd.
It could be quarterly.
It would have to be, because you wouldn't have that many trades probably ending at the same. I guess it would after a certain point. Once you start doing it, theoretically, it would be close to it.
Yeah.
Right?
It'd be a big
in a long enough time span. It'd be a big box. That's what she said. All right. We did 4. We did 2. Omar?
We did 3.
3? Oh, okay.
We did 3.
Oh, we did 3.
4 and 3.
We just did 1.
Let's go with Charles Woodson's number 2, since he's going in the Hall of Fame today.
All right. Boom. 2. Here we go. Hey! Ignacio!
Nacho!
What? So, congrats to all of our winners. Congrats, Flash Ray,
Spicy.
Ignacio, and Steven. You're getting all A, B, or C cover signed Lunar Ladies. Now, for the last one from Scout, we have a variant set. They will not be signed. Disclaimer. Woo! Yeah, you did, Ignacio.
Unless you want David to sign them, then maybe.
Yeah, David Byrne could sign them. But I think it's A, B, and C cover, all in one package, ready to go. No guarantees. It might just be B and C. So I'm disclaiming this. But there will be more than one issue of Lunar Ladies coming at your face. So what I need in the comments, if you want to win the A, the B, and the C cover of Lunar Ladies #1, I need A, B, C, easy as 1, 2, 3. You and me, girl.
Is this still? You can't win it if you got one of the signed ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nick finally goes.
Making my move. All of a sudden, Vern shows up.
It's signed by Omar, I'm out. Well, that's fair, David, because those are the ones that you can just pull off the shelf.
You know what's something I love doing is like if I Kickstarter a book and then I get it into Diamond, I still sign all the ones that I send out to Diamonds as like a little surprise, when the reader
that's cool.
Picks it up. It's like, oh shoot, it's signed.
I love it. That's amazing.
I've heard of creators that'll like go into comic shops and just sign and leave on the shelf for people to find.
Yeah, there's a shop here in my hometown that I'm thinking about doing that if they're carrying the book.
Yeah, just a fun little.
I would love that. That would be like my favorite thing if I just like randomly. I think Stoney, when he was on, talked about doing that, where like just show up, sign like 30 copies of the book, and then just like leave.
Isn't it a Neil Gaiman thing?
Yeah,
I think he does that in like book. He'll do that in a bookstore.
He does it he does on the down low where he just he'll go to bookstores and stuff and
inside cover. Yeah,
right.
Can you imagine like going and getting a book and then you're just like, oh,
I would melt right there. I'd be just so excited.
Joe, I don't think you're in on the.
That's
yeah. You might
really
want to check with them.
Just
sure,
you're traveling. It's not your normal shop. You just
don't know who you are. You're gonna pay for all those. Then you got to buy a stack of your own books.
Yeah,
they don't believe you. You're not Omar.
But yeah, definitely check in with the store manager.
Yes, that's pro tip for all you professionals.
You know who does a really good job is that little shop up in Buffalo, New York. I think it's Pulp 716. I think that's the name of the shop. It's like a half coffee shop and like boba tea shop, half comics. They bought a bunch of copies up from me, and I sent a bunch of little extra goodies for them because they do such a great job. Just to surprise and delight the customer with a little something extra on top of their, $3.99 purchase. And they do such a great job of marketing the books. So I'm happy to go above and beyond for just about any shop in the country if they ask me. I'm so totally down for that.
Yeah, I bought something from them. I'm not sure what it was, but they must. Do they do like exclusive covers and stuff? Maybe,
I think so. I mean, they're popular enough where I'm sure they have store variants.
Yeah, maybe I got like an Ice Cream Man or something from them. They sound really familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing they do too is they say any creator who comes to our shop to visit us, we'll take them out for buffalo wings and beer after the shop closes. Like standing offer. And I'm a buffalo wing sommelier, if you will. Like every Friday night with my pizza, I am super picky about the sauce. I'm super picky about like the the style of blue cheese. It has to be very creamy and very chunky. I don't mess around with this soupy, ranchy blue cheese.
Right, right.
So when they said, hey, any creator that wants to come down to Buffalo, we'll take you out for wings and beer, I'm like, dude, that is the best comic shop in America.
So do you go boneless or traditional then?
Traditional.
Thank goodness. Oh,
And
I
you
would
like
move
the wing or the drumstick?
Oh, the drumstick.
flat or the drumstick? You're a drumstick
Oh,
guy?
yeah,
Drumstick
drumstick
guy.
all the way.
flats,
yeah.
flats all day.
Yeah, then we could do wings together.
We
'cause
can split them.
Yeah, it's the olive
Perfect.
theory.
Yeah. I love a flat. That's where it's at for me.
Yeah. They're too hard to eat for me. I love the meaty drumstick.
I love.
I
have a system down.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pushing it through, pull, snap, grab
Yeah.
again, and I got it clean in 2 to 3 bites.
damn. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not
And
messing
you can
around.
get a good. You can eat. There's less gristle on the end too, so you can do like a cool side bite thing. Get more
Okay.
dressing in it because it's more of a shovel.
I do like the
Okay.
scoop. Yeah.
It's like a scoop, so you can scoop up easier.
Mhm.
Pull it apart, and then grab the middle, and you're like clean.
Damn, the physics of eating buffalo wings, man. I love it.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So, all right, we have. Is this 2 so far? All right.
50-50
interested.
chance.
This is your moment, everybody.
I thought, did somebody?
I think I got
Are
him.
we missing? Did Joe put it? Oh no, I saw
don't
Joe
think
was
Joe-
commenting.
I don't think Joe's doing it.
No.
We'll see. ABC easy as 1, 2, 3. If you want to get ABC, at least 2 variant covers of Lunar Ladies, possibly also a cover.
ABC. Just type ABC. David
No.
says it's too difficult.
It's because there's more to it. The other ones were easier because
You
it
got
was
to make them
one
work for it.
issue. And if you want 3 issues, it's a little bit more to it. If you want 3 free comic issues shipped to you, that doesn't seem like a lot. I'm just saying.
It's not a lot to ask.
I've done a lot more for a lot less.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I know, right? You have.
I was there.
One can remember the 47-word catchphrase. You can hit rewind.
ABC 1 2 3.
That would
It
I
says
would
e-
accept that.
It's as easy. ABC 1 2 3.
Yeah,
It's like a Jackson 5 song.
Something-
right?
that was what I was doing. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
you have to
Yeah.
just an
You and
attempt.
me,
An
girl.
attempt.
That's pretty easy, if you ask me.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think I got this from a Reddit post. How to eat flats. I'm pretty sure that's where my technique came from. Hey, there you go. Well, at this point, you're 50-50. You've been sticking through it since the beginning. Now it's a 50-50 shot. So, all right, 1 more minute, because I know it's a long phrase. People might still be typing it.
Do we want to do our final question before?
Yeah, let's do that, and we'll
before
let
we do that?
people take a chance to finally do that. And then, so I'm gonna just put this back for a second while we ask the most important question.
Mm.
So if you were to make your perfect burrito, what would you fill it with? It can be anything you want. It doesn't matter if you're on a diet or if you're allergic to anything. This is just if you could just make your favorite burrito, and it could even be like there's a restaurant down the street and they make it this way and it's my favorite, or whatever you want to do.
It's your deathbed burrito.
deathbed.
You got your
Yeah,
napkin tucked in. This is it.
Mhm.
What's in that burrito?
we have to specify because we've had people before that are like, well,
I
gotta
can't
go-
do red meat.
I gotta go chicken because I
No.
can't do. No, you can have all the red meat you want.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to be having said burrito tomorrow.
Perfect.
My brother just got engaged. My parents are like, hey, come over to the house Sunday. We're going to be grilling up some carne asada, and we're going to do it right. Tequila, beer, just his family and my family and my brother and his fiance. It's going to be a small affair, but listen, man, my mom's cooking, I think, is the best. When she makes refried beans, she has like a secret weapon in that she makes it with like bacon fat. And then she throws little bits of jalapeno and corn in there. And dude,
that sounds amazing.
And you said this is tomorrow where?
Suburbs of Oakland, California.
Okay, leaving now.
But yeah, no, there's this little meat shop, Mexican meat shop near my parents' house where it's funny because it's like the soup Nazi, right? Where you don't get to dictate anything as the customer. You walk in there and you're like, hey, I want 3 pounds of pre-marinated carne asada. And they're like, okay. And you don't get to tell them how much you want, how much you're trying to pay. They just, here you go. And you just pay whatever you pay. You don't argue with them. You get what you get, right? Like if you ask for 3 pounds and they put 5 in the bag and you're paying for 5 pounds, you do not fight back. You do not complain.
That's it.
So,
you just take.
So it's pre-marinated. That was going to be my follow-up since it's homemade. I was going to ask what the marinade is for the carne asada because that's life essentially. So you have a secret shop where you get your secret pre-marinated carne asada?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So the front of the shop is this like it's like piñatas and Takis, you know, those super hot little corn rolled chips but then you go in the way back, right? And that's where they've got the meat shop and like I said, man, you do what they say, you pay what they tell you to pay, and it's pre-marinated and it's so tender. I mean, you put it on the grill, maybe 5 minutes one side, 5 minutes the other side, it's good to go. It melts in your mouth. So I go flour tortilla. I don't mess with corn because it's so small, right? I got like the big extra large burrito size, you know.
Oh yeah, for burritos you gotta go.
Yes, you gotta go big, right? Go big or go home. So I probably put a little sauce, my mom's homemade salsa on it first, then the meat, then those beans that are made in bacon fat with little bits of jalapeno and corn, then some Monterey Jack, and then her Mexican rice, and then I just roll it up fatty style, dude. And if either of you guys wanted to go, like finger cuff style or Lady in the Tramp style, I'll meet you in the middle, guys.
For any day for that. Oh my god. That sounds fucking amazing. Oh my god. That's life right there. Oh
hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the top burritos, I think.
That's legit.
Except for the tortillas, like everything's homemade, right? I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
God, my mom making homemade tortillas are tough. I have like a press for corn ones and all that, which is fine. I've attempted flour ones, and I'm like, nope, that's witchcraft. I don't understand. That has not worked out for me. Corn ones are like smush. Heat.
I will say this though, even though the flour tortillas are store bought, like my mom will put them on the burners or the grill, so they get the extra burn marks. Yeah, and then she's got this like special I don't know what you call it. It's like a tortilla holder.
Yeah, to keep them warm and everything.
Yeah, it's made of cloth, right? And to keep them warm. Oh god, I'm mouth watering just thinking about it right now. I've forgotten all about buffalo wings now.
Yeah. I thought I really needed wings. I fucking need that burrito now. Oh my god. Yeah.
You know what, dude? I might have to go to the gram with a picture of that burrito tomorrow and tag you guys, dude.
There it is.
Yeah.
Definitely
do that.
Yeah. If you want to set up a thing, I will send your mom however much money to freeze one to me. And then get it my way.
All right, so I'm just making myself a note here.
David making the tortillas.
Photograph burrito, tag at Comic Burrito. All right.
There we go. It's the Comic Burrito.
The Comic
on Instagram.
Burrito.
This will be great too because we have a third, Cole, who isn't here tonight, and he's the one that runs the Instagram, and
he runs our Instagram.
Tell him about it, so it'll just.
And he's just gonna be like, "What the heck? Oh dang! I need a burrito."
I'll be on the lookout for it for sure.
Oh yeah, I will too. All right. I don't think we've gotten any since then. So here we go. This is it, everybody.
This is for the pack of
Either a
variants.
name I do not know how to pronounce properly, but I'm going to say Escrucis, and the comic book G-Spot.
Oh, Las Cruces. Yeah, that's like a city in New Mexico, I think.
Oh, Las Cruces. I was
Las
doing it as
Cruces,
an uppercase I because it's at the beginning, but I'm sure it's L because that makes way more sense. I was like, I don't know what that. Okay, Las Cruces 1971 versus the comic book G-Spot. Each of you give me a number. I'm going to do math with them.
1.
Is it 1 to 4 again?
You 1 to 5, yeah.
Oh, 5. Well, let's do 5 then.
All right, so 4. 5 minus 1. 2.
We got physics and math in this show, man. This is
I
a
know.
full service operation.
We're all over the place. I shuffled 2 names 4 times. Here we go.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah. New Mexico. There we go. Hey!
We did it.
Oh,
Congratulations. Way to go, comic book G-Spot. Las Cruces, still hit us up on social. I want to get you something because you've been here, except for like the very first one. We'll get you something because that's a sad wheel right there.
have good old Las Cruces send in his name and address, and I'll see if I can get one of those prints.
There we go.
That I was talking about, and I'll find some stuff. Yeah, let's hook them up.
Everybody's a winner.
Yeah,
everybody's a winner.
I don't want to leave when it's like a bigger wheel. It's like, well,
yeah, when there's a bunch of people that
one last name. It's like, no, that hurts too much. I've been the last kid at gym class before, and I don't want it. So
you won the friends you made along the
way. Ignacio putting in perspective. Hey, Bronze Age Byron, what's up, man? Yeah, trophies for everyone.
Yeah,
we're all about participation trophies here because we're not competing. We're just enjoying comic. Dude, you got me so hungry. Oh my God.
I'm nibbling. So I hit up a taco truck on the way home, and I don't know if I like them or not, but they had these sitting for like 50 cents. Yeah, they're spicy though. I don't know if it's strange. It's like a spicy fruit roll up.
It's a fruit roll up. Okay, I thought it was chicle.
No, it's I don't know what it is. They're good though.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I need some like food now.
This isn't maybe a terrible idea because we really didn't. Ignacio's from Argentina. That might be very nice if we set it up that way, and it might be a lot easier we can at least get you that print one way or the other. I bet it's a lot easier to ship the print than it is a comic book properly to Argentina.
Yeah. However you guys want to arrange it, man.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll do. Everybody hit us up on socials because this is what always falls apart. Hit us up so we can move things along. We're the Comic Burrito on Instagram and Twitter. Either one of those.
This is a good option as well.
Oh dang! There we go. Look at that. And David with the win. We'll figure. Everybody's gonna get paid.
If you guys get email addresses, I will throw in a digital copy of Crusader, Agent of the Vatican for all 4 winners. All right.
So, yeah. Awesome.
All kinds of great stuff.
Yeah, man.
What was I'll put it in here again because that's a good idea. I like
the diamond code.
The diamond code. It was AUG 211 917.
AUG 211 997. 997.
Cool.
Yeah. Issue 2, Lunar Ladies. Issue 1 is May 211 676. Which who knows? Maybe there could be a second printing of the issue 1. But yeah, man. So I'll do the digital copies for the winners. I will figure out a way to do what's best for Argentina, and then tomorrow's burrito will only be digital, unfortunately, for you guys. But I will be enjoying the real flipping deal with a nice shot of Charles Woodson whiskey tomorrow, since he's going into the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
He bottles his own now, and I've got.
He
some
was
there.
in our town
Amazing.
signing. He was in our town signing bottles a couple weeks ago, but I was too busy to go. I was really disappointed.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I was
I love
raised a
that guy.
Packers fan, so I was really, really disappointed.
Yeah, he's got a green and yellow one. He's got a maize and blue one for Michigan. Then he's got the silver and black one for Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh
The
man,
last-
I
the
don't
Packers
want.
and the Raider one sound cool.
I say I only want the Raiders one. I don't want those other two. I have no interest in those other two.
Raiders
I'm,
is like a solid team.
I'm
three
a-
for
I'm
me.
a
lot-
huge Michigan fan, dude. So
Oh, no.
you guys don't insult me over here, all right?
We live in Michigan. We get to have an opinion that isn't that. I'm not a huge college sports guy, but I like my amazing. I would, if I had to, I would choose Spartans. I would choose MSU.
What?
But against Ohio, I'm rooting for Michigan.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
give you that game. Yeah.
Yes, we can all find some type of
Yes.
friendship when it
Yeah.
comes to our relationship with Ohio.
Though that Michigan team's starting to look pretty good for next year.
Well, I
it?
thought by now they'd be national champions with Jim Harbaugh, man. It just hasn't panned out yet.
Mm-hmm.
But the basketball team is looking
But-
amazing.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay,
was the
okay,
basketball
okay.
team, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're getting some good players.
They got 3 McDonald's All-Americans.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? I remember when that was the Spartans. Like, we got basketball.
It's switched.
It's
Yeah.
so crazy, man.
Yeah, it switched.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you so much, Omar, for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time. We're gonna wrap this burrito. Thanks for getting wrapped up with us, everybody.
Mm.
For I'm Todd.
I'm Nick.
I'm Omar. Is that how it works?
Yeah. And this has been Comic Burrito, a live stream. Make sure to be kind to one another. We love you guys.
Hit us
Catch
up
you
with your
Wednesday.
addresses.
Yes.
And go blue.
Oh no. Bye.